coming out. And we are back. We're just waiting for people to come in. Probably going to be a light night, but that's okay. We're going to be testing out a few things, which is going to be super awesome. So I want to make sure things are working great, make sure things are phenomenal. Let's see here. There we go. And we're guiding. Okay. See what it looks like on here. The other camera showing up, so I'll have to fix that one. Let's see, what do we got here? We got 0.57, so looking pretty good here. We're running an exposure here to see what we got. And if you didn't know, this is the Pac-Man nebula. Okay, we're just waiting for it to settle down here. Let's see here. We got another 45 seconds and we'll see what we got on this one here. Welcome, Kimmy. So the first image is coming up here on the camera on the left. Again, we're getting NGC 281. This is the Pac-Man nebula. And again, this is in hydrogen alpha. So let's see what we got here. Alright. Let's see. Of course, naturally, this is blown out. With the... looks like it's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit out of focus here. And welcome there, Sammy. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that. Let's see what we get. But this is the Pac-Man. How cool is that? Also, which is really cool, we have a filter wheel now. Not only that, but with this one, is what's cool about this, it's a motorized filter wheel. How cool is that? So I'll be able to switch this back and forth ASAP, which is great. Alright, so we'll take that. gonna have to unplug the other camera and plug it back in because I'm not getting anything on that. What I might just do is just use one camera for tonight, I think. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We're taking a 2.5 minute exposure on the camera on the left. And I'm just testing this out with the filter wheel and everything, which is really cool. So, I'm using this filter wheel, which I'm going to have 7 filters in this. Right now I have 5. I'm going to add 2 more later in the summer. So we'll have 7 total filters that we'll be using, and I'll be able to just switch back and forth without any problems at all. So we're going to look at this image here. I just changed the focus, so I want to see what it does. This is the focus here, so you could tell that it's just a little out of focus here. So I just moved it 4 to the left, and we'll see what we get here in another 13 seconds here. I'll put that one up here. Alright, here we go. Here comes the next one. Still out of focus. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll go 8 to the right. Then we'll go to the right. Go to video mode here. There we go. That should be perfect right there. Now we're starting to see some stars. Oh, that's perfect right there. Excellent. Now let's try that one. That should be perfect right there. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. So if you were watching the camera on the left as I zoom that all the way in, and this way we'll be able to get focus every time we switch the filter, which is so cool. Alright, so as soon as this image is done, we're going to connect the other camera. I'm going to see what's going on with that one. I get about 45 seconds left. We'll see what we get here. Alright, let's see here. Let's go back to this one here that looked a little out of focus, but now it's going to be in focus now. This one is pretty good. Again, this is the Pac-Man Nebula, which is going to be really cool once I get this in like 5-6 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Ain't that the truth? Alright, it's going to be done in 8 seconds here. Oh, that's so much better. That's gorgeous. Alright, let's see. Let's adjust it here. That's perfect. That is pinpoint. That looks beautiful. Alright, let me go plug in the other camera and see what's going on with that. Be right back. Let's see. Alright, now we're much better. Okay. And of course the guider's probably whacked off. Yeah, whacked out here. Let's see here. Let's fix that. There we go. Fix the guider. There we go. Scan camera. There it is. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. That looks really cool. And again, that's at 20 gain, so you're gonna notice that it's very grainy, but you're seeing the detail inside of it here. That is really cool on the camera on the left. And we're taking a picture on the camera on the right. Anyone see any meteors lately? I have not. I have seen nothing. Yeah, I pretty much know who the thumbs downer is. Cloudy here too. That one's definitely out of focus. And of course, the Pac-Man Nebula is going to be in view of this, but I don't have the hydrogen alpha camera on here, or hydrogen alpha filter. What we got for time here? Got about halfway through. Very impressed with that. Alright, what do we got to time on this? Got about less than a minute, and we'll see what we get here. It'll be interesting to see. This is a 5-minute exposure coming up here. And the cool thing is, as I said, we can now switch this. Now that we have everybody here, people are starting into the dog barking, of course, naturally. But now that everyone's here, now we can actually move the filters without even going outside. I can easily just go and switch the filter from all inside here. We now officially have a motorized filter wheel, which is so cool. In about 4 seconds this will be done. It's done. Stupid dog won't shut up. There we go. Isn't that cool? Whew. Look at that. Yours is on back order? That's crazy. That's not good. Look at the detail that you get in this. So what's really cool about this, like, okay, so this is the hydrogen alpha filter. So I could do is I could take... Oh, here, we can actually stop this. Here, I'll show you. So we could go to the video mode, okay? I'm going to show everybody this, which is so cool, alright? We'll do a 20 gain, okay? So you can just barely see a star on this, okay? Now I could take this, and I could do luminance, and I could change it, okay? So it's changing the filter right now as we speak. And now it's done. So now it just changed the filter. There we go. That's luminance. Okay? So now we can take a picture in luminance. And then I can change it. So now we can go to red. Change it. Alright, now it's done. Now here's the red. Okay, you can see how it got a little bit darker. Okay. Here's the green. Boom. Done. And here's the blue. The blue is going to be a lot darker. I mean, how cool is that? So we're flipping filters. So there's your blue. You can see it's definitely out of focus when it hits blue, which is cool. And then you got hydrogen alpha, which I can flip to hydrogen alpha right now. So flip that. Boom. Done. And then you can see it got even darker. Watch it go in focus. Bam. That is so cool. It's just amazing, because now what I can do is I can be able to take an image. Alright, so let's do it this way. Let's find something that is not hydrogen alpha. Okay, I can do... Let's go to VDB1. Just because we can and it's fun. So we'll go to VDB1. Actually, no. Actually, you want to know what? I think we should do a star cluster. We can go to M103, which is actually... That'll be perfect. M103 would be excellent, I think. What does everybody think? Actually, I take that back. Actually, no, we're not going to do M103. I am going to get... How come it's not showing up? NGC 457. Let's do that one. NGC 457. Alright, it's that right there. Okay, perfect. So that's what we'll do. So let's do something that is not hydrogen alpha. So we'll go to NGC 457. Whoops, too far. Right there. Alright, so now it's still taking images. You can't see anything because it's in hydrogen alpha, so I'm not doing hydrogen alpha. So let's flip this back to luminance, and we're going to change it. So now we go to luminance, and, well, bam! Now it's out of focus, so let's get this in focus. Alright, but you can see this is the beehive cluster. So now let's get this thing ready. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's where it's going to be for hydrogen alpha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the left. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $11, $12, $13. $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19. There we go. So we gotta go 19 out. That will get you... Actually, we'll just do an even 20. There we go. That's an even 20 to get luminance. perfect. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, look at, there's a satellite that just went through the picture. Bye-bye, satellite. Alright, so we'd have to go 24 to the right to get perfect focus. So now what we'll do... I mean, how cool is this? So now what we'll do is then we can take this, we can guide in luminance. Okay. And we'll just take 2-minute exposures. We'll take about... We'll take 7 of them. And we'll do what? We'll do no gain. Go. And we'll take an image on this one, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on this one. I still haven't done the gear cable for the QHY. Have not done that yet. I'll get to that. So this is NGC 457. Alright, so that's the owl cluster, which is NGC 457. We're doing just a 2-minute exposure. So it's 120 seconds. 1 gain. And it's in luminance. Alright. Oh, that is so cool, the camera on the right. Look at that. There it is, right there. How neat is that? That's the owl cluster right there. That is so cool. That image is done. So this is... How cool is that? That's in luminance. How neat is that? All those little tiny little baby stars. Wait till I get this thing in color. Oh man. We might be able to do this in color tonight and see what we get. We'll take 7 of these. Of course, naturally, one is on the opposite side, so I gotta fix that. So that way they'll be oriented the same way again, but that's okay. Alright, so that's image is done. So that's 2 of them that we finished now. So if you're just joining me, we now have the filter wheel that is powered. It is a USB power filter wheel. And what I can do now is I can change the filter without having to run outside and go and do this. So I can do luminance, red, green, blue, and hydrogen alpha for right now. Eventually we're going to get oxygen 3 and sulfur. And what I can do is for focus, I have the AccuFocus on here. So I could do both things here and not have to worry about anything. It can do all of it, all from here in the office, which is nice. Now the other camera, I have none of those. So eventually we'll have that for the other camera. Alright, let's take a look and see here if we have the camera on the right. That looks pretty cool. I like the colors. That's just a 2-minute exposure, which is cool. We'll take a few of these in luminance, and then we'll flip it to red, then green, and then blue, and we could see if we can get this in color. And what I'm doing is I'm writing down the increments of what I gotta do for perfect focus, so I know what I have to do. Is like, okay, so if we have red, it's gonna be in 24. If it's hydrogen alpha, it's gotta be out 24. And then we'll do red, green, and blue and figure out where each one is to make sure we got perfect focus. So this way, when we're going to be stacking all those images together, we'll know exactly where we need to be. Well, we've taken 1, 2, 3, 4. We've taken 4 so far. We're on number 5. Yeah, it looks like the camera on the right's just a tiny bit out of focus. I don't really want to go out there and mess that up. Two, three, four. I've taken 4 so far. 5's gonna be done in 20 seconds. We'll take 5 2-minute images just to see what we get, just to see how we do this. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the 5th image is now done. Okay, so we're gonna stop it. Alright. And now we're gonna go back to video mode. Okay, now we're gonna flip the filter. Okay, so we're flipping the filter. Red, I don't have to do anything. Red is actually pretty darn good. I don't have to change anything for red, so that's great. Okay, cool. I'm just saving the images here, so this way I don't lose them. Alright, so now they're saved. Now we're going to take 5 images in red. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll do a sequence of red. I'll do, go to documents, and we'll sort this to make sure we got it right. I don't want to screw this up. So this is the luminance. Alright, so we saved the luminance filter in there, so now we're good. Oh, no, why did I do that? No! Why is nebulosity opening? Oh my god, it's opening every file. Ugh! I didn't want to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, so now they're set. The luminance is set. Now we have the first one for red. There we go. So the first red one is done. And it looks pretty good. Alright, so that looks great. Let me just adjust it to see what we got here. Not bad. Perfect. Red looks good. Excellent. So we got our first red one done. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take these images, stack them individually, and then you're going to have 4 sets, which will then be able to combine them into Photoshop and be able to show you guys what a color image looks like from a monochrome camera. We're going to do that tonight. So you'll be able to see how all this works out, which is going to be so cool. So we've already taken 1, 2, we've taken 2 so far. 2 red ones, so we got 3 more left. And then we'll switch it to green. So I'm writing this down so I know what I have to do. So 0. For red filter. So that way I know where we have to do, and I know blue is different, so we're going to have to change blue. Alright, so we should be just about ready for the third one. Let me take a look and see here. Third one should be just about done, and then after that we'll have about 2 more to go. And it's kind of good that we're doing these little star clusters and whatnot, and hydrogen alpha, only because the moon is about 80% full. So the chances of getting anything that is like super faint is like pretty much slim to none. So we're just going to do these little small ones and we should be in good shape. So we've taken 3 so far, so that's awesome. And again, we're just taking short 2-minute exposures, nothing serious, nothing big. Alright, so the 4th one should be just about done. Alright, so one more to go. Alright, we just about done with the red one. And we're gonna save this as red. This way I know which one is red, which one's not. Alright, that's 15. Or that's 5, I'm sorry. Alright, so now we'll batch save these as red. Oops. RED. Alright, so save those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Alright, so now we got the red filter. What we'll do is we'll zoom in. So this way we know what it looks like. So I can just flip the filter here. And we're going to go to green. Alright, so there's green. So green looks like it's a little out of focus. Let's see. We take a look. 1, 2. Two. Oh, that's perfect right there. So, 4 to the right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now we got the green filter set. And go. That's awesome. Alright, here we go. So now we're on to the green filter. Alright, so while we're waiting, what I could do is I can pull up one from the red filter here. This is the red, and we can zoom in. And again, if you're just joining me, we are getting the OWL cluster, which is NGC 457. So there you go. That's the red filter there. And we'll be able to stack the 5 from the red. And then we'll stack the 5 with the luminance. And now we're on to green right now as we speak. And we're just taking 2-minute exposures. And of course the camera on the right, we're taking 2-minute exposures too. And you'll be able to see what we get. Now the camera on the right is tilted to the left. Oh, excuse me. Which is okay. I'll get them oriented eventually, but it is really cool that I now have the motorized filter wheel to just move this without even me having to leave this office. And how cool is that? Alright, so the first green one is done. So there you go. So this is green, this is red. Okay. That's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. That's Pac-Man. Alright, so this is luminance. Okay. This is red. This is green. So you can see there's a slight difference between red and green. Green is a little bit lighter than red. But you can see the stars are pretty close in it. And then we're going to do blue. So wait till we start getting this in color. This is going to be really cool. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait. We can actually start stacking them now and getting them ready. Because what's going to happen is I got to stack 4 things individually. But we'll get there. We're almost done. We got another 9 more pictures to go. So 18 more minutes to go. So right at midnight is when we'll have all the pictures. Literally right at midnight. Eastern time. 9 p.m. Sammy time. And also, I think it's 11, is it 10? It's either 10 or 11 Joanne time, I don't know. One of the two. I know it's definitely midnight Kimmy time. $10:40. So you're an hour. Okay. So 11 o'clock your time. So we're already at 2. Now, you're probably wondering the question. If it's a red, a green, and a blue filter, how come we're not seeing color? Well, what it's doing is, it's a monochrome camera. So everything's going to be in black and white, but you're noticing that it's only emitting a certain amount of light through each filter. So again, like I said, so if you're looking at the red filter, you can see how everything's dark. Naturally, when you see the filters If you have a red filter and you look through it, and you have a green filter and you look through it, the red filter is going to be a little bit darker because it's, again, it's a darker color. When you have the green, you're noticing that the green is a little bit lighter, so you're starting to see the little stars right in here. It's going to become more prominent in the little tiny stars. Okay? When you get to blue, it's virtually non-existent for these little stars. All you're going to really see is maybe about 4 or 5 stars in this entire picture. And that's what's going to happen. So for me, I need at least 1 or 2 bright stars so I can figure it out when we focus it. But if I know where the focus is, I have my AccuFocus. I know to go 28 to the right for luminance from hydrogen alpha. If I have to go red, I can keep it exactly as is. If it's green, I have to go 4 out. And blue, I will make the decision of which way I have to go, either left or right. Once we know that, then I'll be able to take color images without any problems at all. So here's the red one. So here's 1, 2, 3. We got 2 more to go, so that's another 4 minutes plus 10. We have about 14 minutes to go. Alright, so we got 1 more to go on green. And then we'll flip it to blue. Alright, we should be just about done. There we go. There's the 5th one. So now we're going to flip this back to video mode. Alright, we're going to save this. Save it as NGC 457, a green. Perfect. Alright, so saving all 5 here. Perfecto. Alright. And now we're going to flip this over to blue. And change. So we'll see what it does here. Alright, so you can see it got a little bit bigger, and it looks like it's out of focus. So let's see here. Alright, let's see. We gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4. See what it did here. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2. One, two. 1, 2. So that's 6. Okay. 2 more will make it 8. That's perfect right there. So 8. 36. Okay. Alright. And now we're going to do blue. Perfect. That is awesome. Sweet. Alright, so the first blue one is going to be done. Alright, so the first blue one is done. Let's see what we got here. Looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with that, with the blue one. So good, we got 4 more to go, so about 8 more minutes to go. And when we will be set with the red, green, blue, and luminance, and we'll see what we get. I mean, how cool is this? This will be nice. We're at 2, so we got 3 more to go. Oh, I forgot to change the, this still says luminance up here on the top left. Whoops. Well, we're on blue, if you didn't know already. There we go. Still the same time and everything, but I just forgot to change that. That's okay. We're on 2 of 5. Again, this is the owl cluster. Alright, so we're on 3. Just 2 more to go. And then what we'll do is we'll flip the filters and we'll go to another object while we're going to be processing it. So we're going to see what we can get and what we can do. So now we're in a different part of the sky. Now, an object that I've always wanted to get, that I didn't have a camera for it, is Gamma Cassiopeia Nebula. And I think we're going to go after that one. I really think we should. What do you think, everyone? Do you think we should do it? I think we should. I think it's going to be fun, because it's right off Cassiopeia. It's a constellation, so I think we should definitely do that. We'll see what we get for that while we're going to be processing an image here. Now we have yet to, and here's the fun part, we have yet to put a color image on a monochrome on this channel. We have never done it. So, this is going to be a first. So when we get to the 5th image, we're going to have some fun. We'll move the camera over. And we'll get Gamma Cassiopeia Nebula. Which, that one's going to be fun, because that one has the star Navi in it, which is one of the bright stars off of Cassiopeia. So, we'll get a little bit off of that, because then we'll switch it back to Hydrogen Alpha, which, that should be fun. Then we'll see if the accuracy is right with the focus, and then we'll know exactly what we need to do to get to a certain filter. So we're on 4. So the 5th one, we got 2 minutes left. Everyone's just patiently waiting. And I don't think I've ever processed an image while imaging. I don't think I've ever done that before either. I think we might wait till tomorrow to do it. Just because the fact that I don't want to mess it up, because if we're going to be processing and doing the imaging at the same time, that might be a little tough to do. So we might do it tomorrow. we're just gonna hop from object to object. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just have some fun with that. Alright, so we should be just about done with the 5th image here. And we'll have 5 blue ones. Alright, here we go. Alright, and that's done. So now we'll save these. We'll do a batch save. And save these as blue. Perfect. Okay, so now we'll flip this back to hydrogen alpha. Alright. Back to video mode. Okay, so that's video mode. Take it to 20 gain. Perfect. Okay. And we'll flip it to hydrogen alpha. Now you can see, like, this is complete. Correct. Alright, so now we have to go 36 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Wow, that's awesome. It worked. How cool is that? It actually worked. So we did 36, and you actually got to watch it real time to actually watch this thing go in focus. So, that is so cool. That is so cool. Alright then. Alright, so we're going to stop the guider. Well, it looks like there's clouds coming through, actually. Maybe not. I don't see anything. Maybe it was just yeah, it was that. Okay. Now, pull this up. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move the mount. Okay, here we go. Alright. We're going to let this settle down and see where we are. Yeah, we should be right in the middle, dead center. So that's perfect. Alright, let's see what we got here. We're going to take a 30-second exposure here just to see where we are. Okay. Perfect. Alright, taking a 30-second exposure in hydrogen alpha. Now, this should be right in the middle of the screen, like dead center. So when you're looking at this, okay, that bright star that's in the middle here, this star right here, that's Navi. Okay? So now, if I take a 30-second exposure, I have to really blow this out and see. Yep, it's right in view here. That's what I want. So if you're looking at it, it's very faint because it's only a 30-second exposure, okay? So you're gonna see it right here, this little dot, or this little like mountaintop. It's right here. And then there's gonna be like this right here, okay? This is gonna be IC. Okay, we're gonna get your pen and paper ready. IC 59 and IC 63 is gonna be these two, and then Bright Star is Navi, which is right there. All right. So what we're gonna do is we got it in focus. We got what we want. So now we're gonna take a little bit of a longer exposure because this is in hydrogen alpha. So again, we're gonna go. And we're gonna see what we're gonna get here. I'm gonna take a 5-minute exposure here. Now, of course, naturally, with the camera on the right, you're not gonna get anything because this is in the hydrogen alpha filter. But you're gonna see colors of the stars, which is pretty cool too. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough space for this. How the hell do you spell Cassiopeia? Cassiopeie. That is one long word. Ah! I'm gonna have to make that smaller. Alright, make it smaller here. And plus I have 2 parentheses on this too. Whoops. There we go. Now what we're going to do is with this camera here on the right, we're going to take a longer exposure to see if we can pull this out. I don't know if we're going to pull this out, but let's give it a shot. Let's try. Let's try 540-second exposure. There we go. So let's see here. So this is the... This was the 30-second exposure again. So again, you can just barely see it on there, and that's what I want. So there's going to be a big difference between the 30-second exposure, which is this one, and then you're going to see a 5-minute exposure coming up in just a couple minutes here. So you're going to see the difference here. Alright, so the 5-minute image is done. Let's take a look and see what we got here. That is so cool. And the satellite went right through it too, but you could definitely see it. It's a very, very faint nebula. Super, super faint. Wow, that's extremely faint. That's crazy. That's something I'm going to need a bunch of exposures for. But it's so cool nonetheless. That is so cool. I mean, we can probably zoom in on this too. Let's see, we'll go to 75% here. There it is. This little thing right here. It goes down and around. That little thing right there That one right there is IC63. This little thing right there. Then if you look carefully down at the bottom here, this is IC59 right here. And what it's going to do is it's going to come up around and it's going to bounce around up there and go all throughout here. So this is all going to be nebula all throughout here. It's going to be a little difficult to get the shady details, but I might be able to pull it out. Yeah, you could just barely see it. It's very faint. Alright, so the next one is done. So we've got 2 so far. We'll just take a couple more of these. There we go. That really shows the detail of this thing. And the camera's on the right's done. Ooh, that's bright. Now, a little bit of detail on this one, too, is... So, IC63 is that little triangle-looking thing. IC63, this is a 10th magnitude object, okay? It's Bright Nebula in Cassiopeia. Its apparent size is 10 by 3 arc minutes. Its distance is 590 light years away. And its diameter is 1.7 light years across. So from end to end, it's just under 2 light years, which is half the distance between here and Proxima Centauri. So if you were to take two of these end to end, that would be the distance between here and the closest star. Okay, the other one, which is IC59, that's the little wispy thing, that's this one right here, which goes around and underneath. That's IC59. This is also a 10th magnitude object, and it's 590 light years away, and its diameter is 2.6 light years. So again, just this almost the distance between here and Proxima Centauri. And if you're tracking it home, its right ascension is 0 hours, 58 minutes, and 14.5 seconds. And declination is plus 61 degrees, 13 minutes, and 33.5 seconds. That is if you wanted to try to get this with your telescope or your powered mount. You'll be able to plug that in and it will take you right to that object, which is really awesome. And again, this is not a bright object. This is something I'm taking a 5-minute exposure at 5 gain with a monochromatic camera with the hydrogen alpha filter. If I were to do this on a bright object like the Pelican, North America, Pac-Man, ones like that, then you'll be able to see, it'll look a lot better. But with something like this, it's going to be harder to see. So we'll take 2 more and then we will call it a night. Have to work in the morning, so I don't want to stay up too late tonight. Just wanted to test out the powered filter wheel, which it works out perfectly. I don't have any problems with this at all, so this is great. We'll get the AccuFocus running on the camera on the right. This way we'll have both cameras running at the same time, so this will be perfect. Alright, so one more, and then we will be done for the night. We should be just about done with the last image here. Alright. And that is it. I don't really want to keep up too much longer. It's 12:30 a.m. We did get a bunch of objects tonight. We started with the Pac-Man, got a few images of that one. We did the color images, which we will be doing tomorrow, of the owl cluster. So we got those, and this way you'll be able to see it go to color, which looks nice. Which I'm very, very, very happy about. And knowing that we can get this in color, and we can flip the filters, I'm satisfied. So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone for watching, because it is 12:30 and it is go to bed time. By the way, happy August 1st. I'll be back on, so this way we could take a look at the wonderful images. And you're very welcome. So, I'm just going to let this song play out, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Well, after this next song, because this one just finished. But, we'll just play this song, and I'll see everyone tomorrow night. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Sammy. It was a very late night for, comments, but that's okay. A lot of lurkers, which is always great. You know, we had Sammy, Joanne, Kimmy. Kitsune was on very shortly. A very short time. But that's okay. And Joanne was eating, and that's okay. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to everyone tomorrow where we'll be doing some processing of imaging, as it's going to be rainy tomorrow. So we're going to see some wonderful stars. So have a great night, guys, and I will talk to you guys at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Well, technically today, but tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye.